Emergency. Queen's Quest arrived. Emergency. Queen's Quest arrived. Emergency. Queen's Quest
down to the queens.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, everybody inside and outside of the gender spectrum, and welcome back to Stardom Quest Gold. This is the best weekly Stardom and Marigold podcast anywhere in the world. I'm as always Alex, and I'm joined by Dylan. Totally threw off that this is a special episode. There would be no Marigold, but you know it's fine.
Just
Dylan,
a
return to Stardom Quest. No gold.
Yeah.
Just redo the opening.
No.
Good.
Why?
Because go on, Dylan.
2 seconds.
Oh man, yeah. I don't know if you know this, Alex. Scott will redo openings. I don't know if we've ever redone an opening that you have done, no matter how bad you have messed it up. Just because you are way too like strong, and you're like you stand 10 toes down on anything you do, whether it's good or bad, and that's testament to you. Yeah, we're here for this 5-star preview. This is my second of 4 round robin previews that I'm doing this summer. That's
crazy.
Wow.
I'm realizing that I'm doing that. I told Xavier I'd do an N1 one when that comes, so that's fun. But yeah, so we're here, and I'm ready to talk about some Stardom. I mean, there's a lot of participants, a lot of moving parts, and as a nerd who likes tournament math and whatnot, I am always excited for tournaments like this and to talk about tournaments like this. So I'm here. I'm ready. I'm game.
Right. We are also joined by our good friend, one of the most well-known Joshi content creators around. We've got Scotty Wrestling. How you doing, Scott?
Good. I'm legally obligated to be here. Dylan said so. So
Yeah, sure.
happy to be here. But I'm happy to talk about the tournament. This is my first time talking about the tournament this year, so that's really fun. 32 people. We should have added an extra person, because they added extra people. No?
If it was 33, we have to keep it at 3. I don't know,
33 would have been really weird if
funny though.
If they snuck in an extra one there. But I'm happy to be here. Happy to talk. Okay.
Sorry, but quick thing about the number, they could have just done like any number because they have uneven dates. Like they have random days where they just don't have like matches and shit.
I do have a question for the people here. Just to jump ahead automatically. Does anyone feel bad for Akira Kuragane?
Yes,
she's the only one missing, isn't she?
Outside of like the 2 newbies.
Yeah, like the brand new ones. That's tough. I feel bad. Should have made it 33. There you go.
That's right. I agree. I think I'm campaigning for this. All right. Well,
11-person blocks, 3 11-person blocks.
Sure. Why the hell
now,
not? 4 people get
playoffs,
through.
But yeah,
sure. Why not? All right. Well, let's just get straight into it. I always ask this first. Dylan, I'm going to go to you because your brain fascinates me sometimes. Who do you think is going to win the 5-star Grand Prix? Who would be your number one favorite as of right now?
I've been back and forth a lot about it. I feel like the most likely option, and it's crazy that I'm even saying this after I just watched the show. I feel like Natsupoi is undoubtedly someone that I am looking at as a favorite. I think I kind of hit the nail on the head, for me at least, that I'm looking at a Soriano versus Natsupoi final. Because clearly those are the 2 that they're hitching their horses on, besides Saya Kamitani. I feel like I would have been more confident in that if Saya cheated to win against Natsupoi this week. She didn't. She didn't even she was not heelish at all, outside of a little bit of crowd brawling and some cheeky headlocks type of thing. But yeah, I'm actually kind of like I'm leaning towards Natsupoi because I feel like Ami is going in a different direction. And that's kind of where I'm at.
Okay. So I would disagree on Natsupoi just because I don't think they wait until December for the winner to get their match. And I don't think you run her and Saya back in like October. I just don't think that makes sense. So
I
that's
think
the
they
only
could
thing that
definitely wait.
pauses
I
me
mean,
with Natsupoi.
they waited with Carrara. And I could
Timing?
definitely see something I could see, frankly, is B wanting her match first coming out
Mm,
of this tournament. And you can kind of like delay it like that by being like B being like, wait, but I beat her, you lost to her, I want to win. You know what I mean? Like I can 1% yes, B Priestley, Blair Davenport, if you will. But I can 1% see them kind of like delaying it like that. Cause yeah, I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I just have a vibe with not to play. Like I said, I truly think I would be like really gung ho about it if she didn't lose clean as a whistle. Um,
yes.
that's where I'm like I have pause. But like, yeah, going into the show, I don't know when this show goes out, but going into the Sapporo show, which just happened today as we record this, I was like, I think Natsupoi is gonna lose here, and then climb back up to the mountain in December. But now I'm a bit less sure, but I still think that's probably where we're going. I think Ami is probably going after the tag belts, um, personally. So that's
Okay,
that's where
well,
I'm at.
I'll get into Ami. I'll get into the
Yeah,
Ami case. I don't know if Scott is here. If he wants to go first, or okay, I'll
he's
go.
big leaguing us. Give him
Okay.
give him a minute.
Yeah, so I think I would look at how Taro and the other guy have used tournaments so far. They used it to legitimize Micah. They used it to legitimize Carrara to an extent, and I think with this tournament, they have a chance to legitimize Amisore, who got a win on the pay per view just because, who had a homecoming show and beat Hate, who came back against Hate and had Saya cut a promo on her. Like, I think her winning the tournament and getting a shot at Saya would legitimize her. And with no Suri, I think you need somebody to lead God's Eye. And I think with how they view Suri especially, you need somebody that they care about to lead God's Eye. So I just feel like Ami would follow in line with how they use the tournaments, and she can just challenge Saya and have that challenge be her moment that she arrives, kind of thing. And she can win the tag belts later. Like they don't mind that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Um, so I really think Ami has a case to just legitimize her as a top name to pay off the Saya thing that they've been doing. I think her block is set up as well. She can beat Bozilla and get her win back on Bozilla in like the semifinals or something. And then on the red side in the final, she has a lot of history at Hanan. You'd run her
Yeah.
versus Hanan and have her beat
Mm.
Hanan in the final. And I think that
Actually,
would make a lot of sense.
I think I did a very early draft of like how I see the because I haven't gone through every single match yet, like I usually do beforehand. I'll probably do that in the next couple of days, but I did go through like what I kind of saw as the um elimination phase, the playoffs, and I did see a road to Hanan over uh Hanan over Sai in the semis,
Hmm.
and then Ami over. I think it would be Bozilla. I think that was where I was having a hard time with Ami. Is that the way I kept kind of looking at it? It felt like it would come to Ami versus Sari, and I don't think that's a winnable match. I think Sari like has to go down to somebody else, and the way I kind of had the math out, it didn't really make sense for her to go down to anybody else but Ami, and she's not losing to Ami. So like that's where I was like, I don't think Ami's involved in the situation. I think Ano can be involved in that situation. I think Ano can probably beat Sari. Like that. Like funnily enough, Sari, even though she is very clearly not winning the tournament, sorry Scott, um, she is like the biggest playing piece because like her wins and losses are going to be pretty impactful. And with there being an elimination stage, that makes it so that you can't just draw out. You know what I mean? Especially with her block,
I
I
think
don't
you
see her getting.
underestimate Sari's wrestling mind. She
Yeah,
doesn't
but
mind taking a fall to set something bigger up.
I don't know if she'll see
She could get
Ami as
eliminated
something
by
bigger though.
Bozilla. Get eliminated by like Bozilla, or cheated out of it by Momo, and they set up an IWGP match. I think she's smart enough to do that
Yeah,
sort of stuff.
yeah. No, I could see a Momo fall for. I think in that case it kind of becomes a hard thing with the math and everything. But we should probably get to Scott. He hasn't even got to say
Yeah,
who his
sorry.
favorite is. But I think I see where the Ami point comes from, and I think it's a smart bet. But it's hard once you get into the nitty gritty of like, uh, you know, I don't know. It's hard to beat some of these people. But go ahead, Scotty.
The best thing I could say about a 32-person tournament is that there are a lot of options to win. There's no like guarantee option in my brain right now. I have 6 possible winners. Likely to most likely. I'm not gonna name them all. Not gonna name them all because I'm workshopping here, so when I do other shows, I sound a little smarter by then. So I appreciate you guys letting me do this. But I think Ami's a great shout. I think Natsupoi is a great shout. But I have decided in my brain, for some reason, there's no reason other than I've decided this after watching the match today, that Natsupoi can wait until All Star Grand Queen.
Yeah.
Not Stardom, Dream Queendom, All Star Grand Queendom, because I
Spring
think
show.
there's something about the year. The year passes since Saya retired Tam. Today's match was a year since Natsupoi had won the Wonder and Saya had turned heel, right? That show signifies both of those things. And I think that's something they might play to. I also, to follow what Alex said, have no clue if the winner of this tournament challenges at Stardom Dream Queendom. So
Yeah.
that's half the challenge now. And picking a winner is not easy. I think the winner this year does not challenge at Stardom Dream Queendom. Again, I don't know why. I just feel like, it was supposed to be like that for 2 years in a row now, technically. If you remember back when Suzu won, she wasn't also going to challenge at Stardom Dream Queendom. So it almost feels like they don't want to wait that long, which is fascinating, obviously, because this is the big time tournament, but maybe
And
they
it's not even that
find.
long because it's like end of
No.
September to December is like.
Well, it is long. It's
Well,
4
nowadays
months.
it's long. It used to be a lot shorter because the
Yeah,
tournament
because
used
it
to end
ends
in
in
like,
September.
yeah, like late,
Right.
like no, in like October. Uh,
Oh, yeah, that's true.
so it's like,
But now it's a while.
yeah, now it's a bit longer. No, you're right. Go ahead.
And one of my, I always did have a kinda issue with, like, the G1 in that respect because it took so long, so they're like, "Oh, let's defend the briefcase." I don't need that. No, 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 no. No, thank you. So this is a long-winded answer to say, I'm taking the likes of a Sari out. I'm taking the likes of a Natsupoi out because right now I think that Sari Saya Kamatani match could main event Stardom Dream Queendom. I really think that's coming at a major, major, major show, and it should. And what better
Let's
way
go 56
for
minutes.
I think there's a winner in it, and her name is Saya Kamatani. Um, I think in Stardom's brain, what a way to celebrate the eventual Tokyo Sports victory of Saya Kamatani than her to beat last year's in their brain. And I think Alex nailed it. Sari will play ball with something like that because that story is already started, right? We are on our way to that match one way or the other. I don't think there's any world that gets passed up. So that brings me to who do I pick to win? I think Ami Sourei is a great shout from Alex. I do like the Natsupoi shout, but I'm just kind of prolonging that. Unless the challenger challenges at the end of the year, then maybe it's back in play. I'm gonna go with raising Hanan. I think that's what they're going to do.
Mm.
And I think an Ami Sourei final again speaks to itself. I think you guys kind of nailed it. Bozilla taking out Sari or Momo taking out Sari in the playoff round, in the first round or some sort, feels very possible, perhaps probable. And I think Hanan, someone who we are days away, this is going to come up before the cork, and I'm pretty sure she will not be Goddesses of Stardom champion heading into this tournament. I have a tough time believing it.
Yeah,
because
unfortunately, that Korakuen feels more consequential than the Sapporo show that we waited
yeah,
to record this for. Um,
yeah,
because
absolutely.
because I do think, and like again, we've been teasing this forever. We've been speculating about this forever. If if Momo's going to have any chance, she has to turn in 2 days. And if Hanan is going to have any chance, she needs to lose the belt in 2 days.
Mhm.
So it's like those
Yeah.
two things
Well,
could completely change everything.
to follow on the Hanan thing, I just watched her get a pinfall over the person she's facing in the title match on Monday.
Yeah,
Or
no,
was it
that's
Ida?
that's true.
One of the 2.
No, she
Either
she
way,
yeah, Hanan beat
either
Ruaka.
way, Taro Okada booking tells me she's losing on Thursday. That is how this goes. That's how it goes every time. She's going to drop the championship. That is going to put BMI 2000. It's going to put hate at the top, and then I think you can kind of move that direction of a new babyface team chasing them. So that brings me to Hanan, who I think will be freed up. Hanan is someone that Saya Kamatani has named as who's like, the future babyface to watch for. She said this in an interview, and she said Hanan. I don't think we do things on accident. Just like I don't think Natsupoi said, I'm going to carry Stardom moving forward. Like when she said that after Tam retired, I don't think that was on accident either. But I also don't think Saya said that on accident in whatever interview. It wasn't Tokyo Sports, so I don't remember what it was. Um, but I think that matters. I also think to the Ami Sourei face off that Alex kind of brought up, that keeps my mind playing as well. Dream scenarios, Momo Watanabe does turn babyface and wins this thing, but that's the longest shot I
You have to
think
be
up for me.
sleeping. You have to be sleeping to
And
think that's a realistic one.
and I'll say this, I am not ruling out a Saya Kamatani victory here at
Yeah.
all whatsoever. Her winning the World of Stardom title, her winning this tournament, it almost feels crazy not to consider her. I know like champions don't win these things, but sometimes they do. And when you're a champion like Saya Kamatani on a level like she is, there's reason to believe she could get there. She could win. And I think that's a fascinating road as well. But I will lock in my pick as Hanan for now. I don't feel 100% on anyone. So that's why, like I said, kind of wanted to talk it through. But I think that's the excitement of this tournament is nothing feels like a lock going into it, and I think that is pretty cool, but also a little annoying because I'd like to have an idea, but it's fine.
I will say with Hanan, I just feel like her future is with Kid and not Saya. Like she seems like she's going to be the next white belt champion. So I don't know if they would give her the GP to go to that, and that's kind of
Maybe.
my
I
They
only
mean,
could.
stumbling block on her.
so well, that's another thing. Sayaka Carrara challenged
For the red.
for the world title
Yep.
after the Cinderella, so maybe she challenges for the Wonder. Like that's another curveball maybe we're not prepared for. Um, we're
I've
changing a lot of things this year, right? So I think that's a possibility that I didn't even consider. One that now you've put it in my mind, and
it would
now I'm
also it would
dreading
also
more options. So thank
they
you for
won't
them.
they won't they won't say this, but who was the last person to challenge for the white belt off of the 5-star. Famously, they they
That's a good point.
uh, they knocked down Kagetsu's match, and I was pissed about it because Mayu won the 5-star and got the title challenge. Yeah, I'm that's a old reference, like 7 years, but like I could see a white belt challenge as well. I think
Yeah. Well,
Hanan in that sense is a great case because it's like she's due a single
yeah.
title challenge. Like really, when you think about it, it's like
Yeah,
the last
absolutely.
one was against Ano last year, and that was great.
Mhm.
She hasn't had one since,
Yeah.
so it's like she's like I said, she's due. But
Uh, I will say her challenging for the Wonder doesn't, change my mind
mm,
because of them having the world title be challenged for from the Cinderella.
yeah,
If anything, I for the Wonder, and this is just me being silly maybe, but I do think Suzuki's challenging Starlight Kid soon, someday, eventually. They
same.
kinda set that up and then said, "Never mind for now," and to me, based on how that booking has gone in the past, that means she'll challenge sometime after the tournament. Again, I don't really know, but I'm gonna stick with Hanan. Could easily be wrong, but hey, that's okay. My heart wants to pick, uh, Sari or Momo, but I'm not gonna, and my brain actually wants to pick Saya. So I've decided on Hanan because
Big
that's
big
for some reason how I've done it.
big Blue Stars B guy, Scotty Wrestling. All his favorite wrestlers
Yeah.
on there.
That's true.
Yeah. Shout out Hina too, by the
Yeah,
way.
actually,
Hina
Yeah.
should
I
win.
mean, three,
Hina should win the
three of eight
tournament.
ain't bad.
Actually, I would actually have any of the. Rena would be my first pick though, so she's not winning.
All right. Well, Rena might
Unless
come up
they're
in
challenging for the Wonder. What if that happens?
Yeah,
Who
I mean,
knows, man?
I'm
Hold
not
I
on.
going
mean,
that curveball.
that
My
would be
brain right
like
now.
crazy momentum boost for Rena.
Pretty
Like she would
sick.
win. She would win the white belt. Like that would just be what she's doing.
She
That
should
would
win the
rock.
white belt.
Should. Talk about Hina more because I'm gonna go on to who do you guys think will be tournament MVP?
You're picking Hina?
No, I'm not picking Hina.
Ah.
Scott, do you want to run
Crazy.
propaganda for Sari, or are you going somewhere a bit more out of left field?
I'm always here to run propaganda for Shari. I think that's why people bring me on to begin with. Her block can be a challenge, I think,
Yeah.
to clutch up an MVP nod this year. I think there are some challenges once you get past Hina, in terms of like the way I have it placed on my screen, which is Sari, Suzu, Momo, Hina, to make it easier for everyone. But loyalty goes a long way, and I'm not going to pick anyone besides Sari. That is someone who, no matter the opponent, no matter the match, I think brings the best out of them. We saw it with Rana Yagami earlier this year at Cork and Hall. We saw it with Aya Sakura at the Natsun Sayori show. Obviously, we saw it a lot last year for anyone that watched the Dreamstar Grand Prix. I thought she did a great job bringing the best out of many there as well.
Mhm.
You circle her match with Suzu, you circle her match with Momo, and even you circle her match with Hina as one that are really exciting in this tournament. If her and Momo was the best match of the tournament, I don't think anyone would be shocked. And it's at the Yokohama Budokan, so hey, little higher stakes, naturally. And
Them
then you
just
look at
randomly running the Yoko. That's weird.
they do that every year.
Yeah.
They always have it randomly placed in there, or they have in the past couple of years. Because I remember, not Mayu. Oh, Mayu Momo one year was just at the Yokohama Budokan for
Yeah.
fun.
Well, like
Anyways,
I'm looking at that card. It's like Sari and Momo is the big match, but
Mhm.
other than that, it's like,
Yeah.
oh yes, I mean Kid Rena, I guess, but Yokohama Budokan, damn.
I'm
Go.
admittedly now I know like there's the conversation of 25 Konami. If Konami's gonna lock in against anyone, it's gonna be Sari on opening night. Um,
And
Hanako,
it's get out because I mean there's 60 matches or whatever,
yeah,
so it's
of
like
course.
it's not like
It's
she
gonna
can
be
really,
one of the last ones too.
yeah.
Like it's comfortably gonna be one of the last matches on that show. Um, Hanako is one that I think Sari will have fun with. She likes to wrestle the taller or bigger type wrestlers. I think that's something that she'll take the challenge on there. Momo Kogo, probably going to be a fun little match. Nothing probably to write home about, but fun nonetheless. And then, like I said, Rana Yagami on the comeback. I think that will be a really exciting match for her. Probably going to be Rana's best match. There's a real chance Saori gives each wrestler in this block their best match. And I think that's very important to the MVP conversation. I don't want to take anyone else's, but just to give out a shout out to someone that isn't Sari because that's how I roll. I do got to continue to praise someone like Arena. I like that block a lot. I think a lot of those opponents are more exciting for her than say rematch number 7 between Starlight Kid and Azumi in the Sendai pit. Yeah, it's in the Sendai pit.
Azumi actually got a really terrible draw, and it sucks because she like this isn't her year either. Like she's not been having a great year, so her just getting a bunch of rematches that like
Yeah.
most people
Well,
don't want to see.
that's why I'm giving the shout out to Arena in that
Yeah.
block because maybe that'll be more interesting for Azumi, so on and so forth. I mean, there's someone you could pick all the way around. Shout out to Eternal Pure. Someone needs to shout out Ida, but yeah, I'm gonna go with Sari because of course I am.
Well, thanks for stealing my thunder. I was about to say Ida,
There you go.
because
Now you can
yeah,
say Ida.
I mean
It's called a
Ida's
lead-in.
Ida's Ida's block just kind of like works for her. I
Yeah,
think, even like the non-powerhouses, because obviously it's like an Ida Ruaka match and an Ida Ami match and an Ida
her and
Bizarre
Yuri
match.
Hime is gonna be beast.
Also true. I mean, she's been training her. Like that's actually I kind of forgot that my girl Yuria is in the tournament properly, and I
I'm
get
sorry.
to see that match because that
Hold
was
on. Did
actually.
you say your girl?
Let's move on. And I'm really excited because I was actually like Yuria
Hmm.
or Akira had one match. You know what I mean? Like Yuria has the Ida match. Akira would have had the Bozilla match, where it's like kind of a familiarity sort of thing. And yeah, I think Ida is going to get the best out of a lot of people in her block. Um, and even like I said, the stylistic clashes. Like I think Ida and Aya could be really cool. You know what I mean? Like that just sounds like if they work properly, they work well. I believe they were doing a tag thing with Young Kozen and Wingori. I think it was during the New Blood reign. And they ran singles matches. And I was like, why didn't they run Aya versus Ida? They ran Ida versus Karara. I was like, Aya and Ida just seems like such a cool styles clash. If somebody wants to correct me and they did run that last year, my bad. But I think that'll be a cool stylistic match. And I mean, I think, Siriano is going to bring a lot out of Ida because, that's just kind of, Ano is a chameleon like that. And then there's Miyu Amasaki, who's always good. So I really like Ida's tournament. I think that her block is the most
I
interesting
think
block.
Miyu Amasaki deserved more love than she's good.
Well, from a stylistic standpoint, I don't think her and Ida are going to be like blow away, but they can be. I mean, that's the thing. That's a beautiful thing about Ida, is that she can just stand out in any match that you put her in. So yeah, I would go Ida as my number one. Um, Beyond that, a lot of people are gonna kind of struggle with their blocks. I think. I want to say Momo, like Momo's who I want to say will be an MVP. But there are certain matches where I'm just like, I don't know if she's gonna really get anything out of that sort of thing. So we'll see. Ida's the one that I kind of trust the most right now, uh, with her block. But I would say Momo's kind of my two. If I don't want to steal Saori, because obviously Saori's great. Um, yeah.
Okay. You kind of stole Ida from me. Because I just think that blue A block is perfect for almost everybody in it. And Ida is
Mhm.
like the most likely to maximize that. It's either her like Bozilla are just gonna have
Pegaya.
ridiculous matches. So I'm gonna go for a very basic answer, but the red B is basically Starlight Kid's dream block. This is a bunch of people she really likes, has wrestled before, or wants to wrestle. And I feel like she could in her sleep have good matches with Azumi, Poi, Inaba, and Rina. And that's half of your block. So just on comfort's sake, I think I would go with Starlight Kid because that block is just designed to be perfect for her. Um, but I did want to go for Ida in Blue A, so I'm kind of just changing now to be different. But I do think that block is just perfect for Kid.
It's very real of you. I appreciate
Yeah.
someone that switches on that.
Torn between like red B or blue A, and then Dylan made the decision for me. So
Oh yeah.
all right,
I do want to say something real quick.
By all means.
yeah,
I find Red Stars A fascinating. Okay, that's not me saying it's good. I find it fascinating. Okay,
yeah.
there's a lot of different working parts here, obviously, um, and I just wanted to say that because I know there was some slander towards it right there. So that's not me saying anything on both sides. It's fascinating. No one
Oh, I
picked
will
V,
stand
by the way. Is there a reason for that?
it. Like it.
All right, moving on.
Oh my Wi-Fi just went crazy as I was about to start slandering Red Stars A. I
Yeah,
think
you're not gonna. We're moving
I
on.
I think B Priestley might be hacking my airwaves. Um, I don't know. Maybe it's Saya. Maybe it's one of the Saya stands. Because yeah, Red A, strange block. There's a couple
Hey,
matches I really
I
like in
don't
it.
think the block is her fault.
No, there are a few matches I like in it. I think we'll probably go
Maysara
into
versus Saya. Oh yeah, stop
we'll
talking.
probably go into
May have
I
just given
was
away something.
I was about to
matches.
go into what do we think is going to be the best match of the tournament, and I want to
Wow.
start because there's been a lot of slander about Red A, and I understand.
Hey, look at
But
that.
I think Red Stars A could have the best match because on the 6th of August in Cork and Hall, they are running Saya Kamatani versus Hanan. That sounds like the perfect sub 15 bomb fest for both of them, with a hardcore raucous crowd that is going to be either an instant classic or the most disappointing match of the entire tournament. Like that just has all the makings of a
I
classic.
like that spirit.
I'm trying to
So,
remember what their match was like last year. I think that was one of the first good
All right.
Saya
Hold
matches.
on. To be fair, Saya's tournament last year and this year, not the same conversation.
Oh, it's fine.
Last year was tough.
yeah.
True.
And it wasn't in Corkin, I assume. So
Ooh,
that's
you're
a
Also
right.
big.
true.
The venue
It
is
was
a
in
big part
Tokyo,
of this,
but
I
true.
would say.
I'd like to point out my shout out of Azumi versus Rina was in Corkin, and I even.
That's pretty sick. So Dylan, do you want to go next? What's your pick for match of the tournament?
I'm stealing Scott if that's okay. It's gonna be Momo and Sari.
That's sick.
Mm.
Just steal yours. Hope
Like,
that
just
helps.
feels like that just feels obvious. Did you just call me a bitch under your breath? Yeah, I can hear you.
It's crazy.
I
The
ain't
only
Superman,
problem
but
with
I can hear you.
the only issue I would have with that Yoko Budo show is it's probably going to be so long. That's going 10 minutes. I don't know if Sari is gonna condense her shit to 10 minutes with Momo.
I don't know. It'll be the
I mean, a
main
bomb
event.
fest would be kind of sick, though.
I don't know if Sari does those. She needs to get her like obligatory I am Inoki.
She did the tournament last year, dude.
I don't know. I think 12.
Yeah.
She did a good tournament last year against her and Miku were all bombs.
Yeah,
to a
to an
time limit,
extent.
too.
They got more time
And like
though.
Miku's the
I'm
best
thinking.
comp. You know, like Miku's
Yeah,
the
Momo and
best
Miku.
comp.
Okay, you've won me over. All right,
Yeah,
Scott,
I think
what's
Sari
your
and Momo
pick
is
then for match of the tournament?
Yeah. Well, since I got mine stolen, which is fun because now I don't have to be vanilla,
Sari.
baby. I'm not gonna pick Sari now because Sari versus Hina and Hina's hometown is so tempting. I won't even lie to you. Like that sounds perfect.
You can pick that later for like Hidden
Dark
Gem
Horse,
maybe or something.
Cool,
Yeah.
cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. Also, Rena's hometown match is Tomoki Inaba. That also sounds great. We don't have to talk about Hanans. Bea Priestley. Tough. Okay. Well, I have to look at the rest of the schedule. A match that excites me the most. I'm not going to pick Sari because listen, it's too original for me. I already picked her for MVP. Obviously, her versus Suzu will be really cool, but I think that's happening in Kyoto, which is a good crowd. But you know, though that's where the Shuri Natsupoi match happened. Time. All right. Stop. Don't let me talk random things. Okay, I look at the Yokohama Budokan. There's two matches that jump off the page. Starlight Kid versus Rina rematch is meant for me. I'm very excited about that. Obviously, loved their championship match earlier this year, one of my favorite matches of the year. But then I look at Saya Kamatani versus Mei Sarah. And I have been saying time and time again for the past however many months. How long has Mei Sarah done since defending the high speed? You're welcome, everyone, by the way. 143 days or something like that. I've been saying that Mei Sarah needs to get rid of that belt and face Saya Kamatani. I just need it because Mei Sarah is incredible. And she's someone that, you know, maybe if she was in a slightly better block, she'd get MVP picks. Truly. But also, it would be criminal of me not to pick this match. I don't even care that it's happening in the Sendai pit. I'm just going to suffer with it. I have been asking for 2 years for Mei Sarah versus Hana. And I am finally getting it in this damn tournament. So I'm just going to go with that because I needed it. I've been asking for it. They have instant chemistry. They've had it since day one when they had a random match on New Blood and they wanted to kill each other. And every time they've ever connected since, they've wanted to kill each other. I don't care if it's happening in the Sendai pit. I will fly there myself to be the only person making noise. I don't care. This is called commitment, and I think that's going to be great. So for what it's worth, I named like 7 matches, but that's going to be my pick because I got to stand on business here because I've been asking for it for 2 years. I got to appreciate it a little bit extra.
I don't think
So
you
Mei Sarah
understand.
and Hanan, in the
I don't think you
pit.
understand. I'm
Yeah.
standing on business. Yeah. So I actually low key love that Sendai Pit show.
It's
Unfortunately,
really good. It's
it
really
You
has
know,
good.
it
the
has one
pit,
of
I
the
think it's a bad
worst.
rep. I think it's been a lot better lately.
It
It
also
has.
gets Walker versus B. So
I was gonna say it has
you
the
know,
worst match of the tournament, but uh, I would also say the other most exciting Red A match for me is Saya versus Zusa. I really like how that sounds. I think that could be fun, and I always love
Zeus is a beast.
a good interfaction match. You know what I mean? It's one of my favorite things about tournaments. So I think that's
Lena
another
versus
match.
Tora's on that show too.
Yeah, it's a lot of like yeah, it's those three matches that I really like all of
Poi
them.
versus Tomoka. Sorry.
It's a good show outside of the one thing. Um, and Rian
Hold,
Carrara,
hold.
which
I was gonna turn that around. Then you say, "Wow, you really hate Zumi versus Starlight Kid. That's crazy."
I mean, I
Universe Lady C is gonna be
you know
sick
what
in like a
I will
4 minute
say.
sprint. By the way,
I think Azumi Starlight Kid in a 10-minute sprint
sprint.
again for the first time in so long. I'm cool with it. You know what I mean? Like
Mm.
I haven't been
Shouts to the
loving their
pit.
20-minute matches. I think we can finally get back to where we belong
When the
with the rivalry.
when the show the tournament's the pit, what are we gonna do?
Um,
Celebrate.
and we're gonna say
That,
shouts out Sendai.
that's either gonna be because the
Tachiko
pit
was named
showed
after her
up.
for a reason.
All right, you won.
All right. Okay. You guys are having fun. Okay.
Should I not have fun?
This dude's up at 1 a.m. He's like, "Can y'all stop
Oh,
having
that's
fun,
fair. No,
please?"
that's fair.
I'm gonna do something for Dylan because
Hmm.
Dylan is the nerd here.
Oh, that's so nice of you.
Looking, looking ahead to the final day, what are you thinking is the big upset, and why is it Unimon over Hanan?
I don't think it's that. Um,
Sayaka Karara beating Izumi, 100%.
well, you didn't have to.
That would be sick. New
Yeah,
Japan
no, I think
Strong women's title match.
no, that's not happening. I think Bozilla's
Oh, it's
beating her if I'm
definitely
being
happening.
completely honest.
Probably Strong is
Like it
dead
is.
after all. So
Again, another instance of that Korkin being way more consequential because of course it is. Um,
I
yeah,
mean,
I
B's
mean, like
beating Saya, to be fair, but do we count that as a real upset
that's
anymore?
what I mean. Like I'm looking at the last day, and that's the thing about the tournament stage or the playoff stage rather, is that like there aren't as many upsets necessary on the final day. Um,
I think for positioning there will be. There'll be somebody who's like top of the block that ends up having to go through the playoff
like I think
because they
Bozilla
lose.
over Ami. Like that's the thing. Like Ami and Bozilla are neither of them would upset the other. Like
Imagine if
They
they did,
probably
though. Like,
draw.
imagine one gets eliminated from that. That'd be sick.
That'd be awesome.
I could see Bozilla eliminating Ami if Ami's
Well,
not in
Bozilla
the
already pinned Ami,
conversation.
so they'd probably draw, and then Ami
Mm,
wins
then,
when they
mhm.
next face. I think there's a chance that Rana beats Suzu, and that's like a big thing.
Ooh, that's a good shout.
Yeah, it is a good shot actually.
Sad,
I
but
do
a
like
good
that.
shout.
Because
Very sad
like
to think about.
as far as the final day goes, I think Suzu will be in contention for top 3, and Rana beating her could be like, oh shit, things have to go her
Oh,
way, kind of thing.
Hanako's taking the belt from Hina.
Yeah, probably.
If I had
Oh.
a nickel for every time Momo wasn't on the last day of block competition,
Yeah,
I'd
it's
have a
because she's
few
gonna go
nickels.
undefeated and lock it in, bro. Why?
Yeah.
Trust. Trust. Let it go.
Inshallah,
Trust.
God willing.
I
Yeah,
like
no, I
the
don't
I
know.
like the
It's
impetus
a hard one.
Dylan puts on that. Inshallah. It's not
Always.
just like how you say it.
Yeah, you know, I'm not. I just say shit. Um, but yeah, no, I think it is a bit difficult because like most of these matches aren't
Whoa.
upset worthy. You know what I mean? Like yeah, there's Rana and Suzu and Azumi Kurara, but like I
That's
don't
why I
think I
picked
could
that one.
tell you. I don't think I could tell you that Saya over B or B over Saya is an upset, or Ami versus
Well,
Bozoa.
it's gonna
Oh,
make me upset. Does that help?
It
no.
does actually. Starlight Kid versus Natsuboy is not an upset. You know what I mean? So like that's where it's a bit difficult. All the big
Why you
players
pick an
aren't in.
actual upset? I don't know. If you don't see one,
Why I
that's
picked
fine.
Karara? I see Karara beating Azumi. I don't
I
think
think
Azumi's
Kurara
making it
over
to the next
Azumi.
round.
Yeah, I agree. I
Yeah.
agree. Um,
I don't
though,
like her like that.
yeah, no,
I mean, they might. I don't know. She's a champion, I guess.
The game is gone. But yeah, no, I think it's an
It's
interesting.
not Rena sneaks in. Shouts out.
You're just trying to get Rita in. Like you're just like, and then Rita
Yeah,
does.
because they should push Rena.
I know.
She's good.
I know. I know.
Either her or nope. That's it. That's it from the block. Wait, is that
I mean,
Tora's block? I mean, that could be
that's
Tora, I
Tora's
guess.
book. But Tora's not in
Yeah.
on final day. She's not wrestling that day, so she has to already
Neither
Maybe
of
be
it's
them
invited.
Rena.
are. Rena and Tora aren't. So there
Oh,
you
what
go.
the hell?
That's why Sayaka Carrara taking Azumi out is going to get a Rena celebration.
I could see that. Rena doesn't have
It's
a
going
lot
to be
of
like
matches that she'll be.
was it 2 years ago when Sayori was like watching on commentary? Remember
I think it
I
that?
was
have
last
no idea. My memory does not work.
Well,
year.
it
It
was
was
kind
last
of cool when they did that, so they should do it again.
year.
Okay.
Hmm?
Well,
Thank you.
I did that for Dylan, and then he ended up being like, "No, I don't
It's
like
really
it."
not. Yeah.
That's why I'm
I mean,
here.
like look at
Thank you,
last
Scott.
year, right? Like the last day
I
of
don't want it.
red competition was like that didn't happen. Like Mayu just dog walked Tomoka and
In fairness,
who
we didn't know
who
they were
even
going to do
won red?
playoffs.
Like Micah just kind of
Well,
just moved, you know, like Micah just won and moved on with her life.
yeah.
Like it was
Yeah.
the last day wasn't very spectacular outside of I guess Kamatani Hanan,
Would
which was like
anyone
the
like to hear
last
my
match.
take regarding playoffs?
Sure. Why not?
You could just skip every tournament match until then and not miss much. It's really sad.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah, but
It's a very
that's a bit
interesting.
reductive, especially from sports fans, because you two are big non-wrestling sports fans.
Well, I'm just saying, people could. I am overly committed to this. I'm reviewing every single day of this show. I'm not talking about me.
So are
I'm
we?
just talking
So
about
are we?
like just to like follow through. This is closer to like a baseball schedule. And a lot of
That's what
people
I
do
mean.
not
Yeah.
watch 162 baseball games. I do because I'm a sicko.
See, that's what I mean.
I'm
That's what I was
gonna
about to say. That's what I was
But
about to
like
say. I was like, you do.
I'm saying like that's a take I've seen from people and it's true. Like
Yeah.
if you miss the tournament or you just pick and choose throughout the tournament, you won't miss much because there's a tournament at the end. I get that. I will always be the old fashioned. I like everyone wrestling on the last day and then the finals are at the end. I'm sorry, I've just become accustomed to that. But hey, I don't hate the tournament at the end either though because I get cooler matches for people. You know, it's like you might get Saya versus who is
Azumi?
Saya versus Starlight Kid again. Remember how sick that was last
Yeah,
year?
that
Or
was
That was
cool.
really good.
sure.
That's true.
Azumi's not making it. She wasn't even in my head.
Sorry.
But like you might get Saya versus Poi, and then they move to the red block finals, and then it's Poi versus Hanan in the red block finals, and then Hanan wins, you know, something like that. Like that's cool. I like that part. It's more cool matches. I'm just saying I understand why people feel that way because if you're a sports fan and you don't watch every game, falls through. I appreciate Dylan bringing up the sports to try to attack me, but I was actually going to use that. So ha!
Scott was ready. He said, "Fuck you."
I wasn't.
I did not say
I'm
that.
not.
Take
I
that
don't
off
be
my
attacking
record.
people. I don't be attacking
You
people.
pulled out the word reductive. I don't
Yeah,
know,
that's
man.
true. No, I did. That was a bit of an
Feels a
attack.
little,
Yeah,
feels a
no,
little
that's true.
pointed. Like, I
That
don't
was.
know.
No, you're right. You're right. That's fair. I apologize. But I do think that that is kind of
Hey, Dylan's always
my.
got my back. It's okay.
That's kind of my like my bright side of this tournament because obviously I don't know if you guys have heard it through the microphone. Scott, Alex, and I have mentioned that this is a 32-person field a few times because we're still amazed by and staggered by that number. But I do kind of appreciate
Good
it in a
word.
way. Thank you. I do kind of appreciate it in a way that like it is a bit more of a true summation of the roster. Like it is it changes from an invitational, even though it technically is from in canon, it changes from an invitational to an open. And I think there's use for an open. The thing was is that the open used to be the Cinderella, and that's why. So they kind of like swap that a little bit, where it's like there's a tournament that's an open, but only for low level wrestlers, and then there's a tournament that's also an open, for everybody. There's no actual tournament for like the top. It's an interesting kind of situation, but I appreciate the idea and the forethought and being brave enough, I guess, to go with let's just put everybody in it and like do sink or swim type thing. I do appreciate that to some degree, but I also get where Scott's kind of coming from, where it's like you can skip a lot of these matches because a lot of them will have zero impact. I said it, I believe, on Stardom Quest a couple weeks ago that it's like a couple people are going to have to go 0-7. Like just realistically, there are so many people in this tournament and so many people that shouldn't be winning matches against the field. So it's like kind of hard to see like a Rian win like at all. You know what I mean? Like, and that's not even a haha Rian's bad. Like like that's not even like where I'm at. But like really, like how does she win matches? So what's the point of watching a Rian match? Especially if you're not watching live, right? Tournaments are hard to watch live in Japan because you know a lot of us don't live in Japan and they're on every single day basically. So it's a bit hard to find a lot of interest in some of the matches, but the good matches I'm super excited for. That's I don't know how I got into this ramble about just my overall thoughts on the tournament, but I think the field is
I
an
don't know either.
interesting situation. You're like half asleep, so I'm just going.
I just want to stay on track, and you're just like, hey, Rian, Rian stinks. She's a jobber,
She ain't
and I'm
winning.
like, all right, cool, man. Okay, so Scott already had this, and I totally forgot what he picked. So, what are you guys going with for your hidden gem of the tournament? Scott, what was your one that you had, and I
Yeah,
forgot
no, it's
like
fine.
immediately?
It's fine. It's fine. I remember it. It's fine. Sari versus Hina in the hometown of Hina. That
Sick.
was
Okay,
the main. I think that was the main one. I said a lot of matches because that's what I do.
you
I
did.
apologize for being that way, but it's how I it's how I unfortunately work. Also, shout out Saida versus Aya Sakura. I know that's gonna be real. Thank you.
Oh yeah. All right, Dylan, what's yours? Hidden gem.
Uh, a hidden gem. I feel like the side commentary
Ida
can
versus
be it.
Bozilla. Oh,
Nick and Bozilla. Like that's the thing. Like I'm trying to figure out like an actual hidden gem. Um, I mean they've been
yeah,
building it
if
for so many fucking months. Maester and Unimon. Um, like yeah, like let's
real
just do it,
wrestling.
bro. Like an actual match. Like
Mm.
I've been waiting for Unimon to challenge for that godforsaken belt for so many months now that I finally get to see the
Hanoka
match.
beat her. Hanoka beat her to the punch.
Yeah, yeah, Anoka's here. I love Anoka. What is she doing here? But yeah, Unimon, get on the belt. You said you wanted the belt, and then you didn't say. Then you said I'm a hang out though. Like get go for the belt.
She
I
lost to
think
the
that'll
old
be fun.
lady, the old clown, and then it was like, oh, maybe I
How
shouldn't.
dare you
That
talk
did
about one of the
happen.
greatest? Never like that. But no, you're right.
She, she's
I
an
know
old
she's literally a
clown.
clown.
Yeah.
I know she's literally a clown.
Dylan, where's
Um,
the Ruaka pick? What's the Ruaka best pick? That's important for you.
I
I think
mean,
Mozilla.
there's actually a few. Ruaka Bozo is about to go like 13 seconds.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's
Uh,
night one. That's tough.
Yeah, it's
Sick.
night one. Like Rock said, I am going to beat Bozilla. That's all I fucking care about. So like they're gonna do something really fast and really maybe funny,
Tough,
or at
tough to
least like
think that might be
energized.
Ruaka's only match she tries. Because if she only
It's
cares about
not.
that, that's night one.
It's not like unrealistic. Like I think Ruaka and like Ami could be good. I think that's a point that like I wanted to
Shout
touch
out
on briefly.
Ami. Lots of love for Ami today. Deservedly so. She's had a good return.
I think her ring IQ has gotten a lot better, which was always what was lacking. Like she was always physically,
She
like
did
a
comms for
competent
a
wrestler.
year.
Yeah, like that's what I mean. Is like I
She
think
learned
that
a
she's
lot.
kind of gets wrestling better, um, and so like the physical stuff will return to her over time. Because again, she was never like physically unequipped. It just felt like she didn't really know what she was doing a lot of the time. So I am
Her and
liking her
Vaz will be
return.
sick.
That's what I mean. I'm super excited for like Ami and Bozilla, Ami and Ida, uh, and yeah, Ami and Ruaka. If they do anything, I should probably. Where is that? Ami versus Ruaka in Corkin Hall. That could be good. I think that could actually be good.
There
I
we go.
maybe I'm not fully confident in it, but a dark horse pick for me would be Ami and Raka.
Nice. I got 0.5 seconds to answer mine. You got it 10 minutes. Alex, what's your pick?
All right, you guys are going to be ashamed of me, but let me reason
I?
this one out. So,
Are you gonna pick
Yeah.
Waka and B?
no, of course not.
All
I'm
right,
going to pick a different B match. So,
That's fine.
in Tochigi, Hanan is facing B
Right.
Priestley. Dylan and I have seen historically B Priestley dragged to great matches, and
Yeah.
Hanan is the exact type of person who's going to drag her to that because she's going to sell B's shit like death,
In
and
the
she's
main
going to
event.
dump her on her neck, and it's going to be
Yeah, in the main
awesome,
event.
and the crowd's going to be into it. So I
Mm.
genuinely believe if B has one great showing in this tournament, it will be the Hanan match. So
Shouts out.
that's where I'm
I
going.
love that you picked B. It's
See,
awesome.
and not to reference last year's tournament again, but my fear with Hanan B is that it'll be like last year we went into the tournament being like,
There'd be a lot there.
I know, we went to the tournament being like, Tekla versus Hanan should work because it's such a natural heel versus babyface. They don't have to do much, and then it was one of the worst matches of the tournament. So that's why I'm kind of hesitant.
It was fine.
It
I
was
have no
Tekla
recollection of that
Saya
one. I
was-
can't forget Saya versus Tekla. That's the
Yeah,
only one I
that was
can't
so much
forget.
worse. It was
Oh,
like
Scott,
so much
we actually watched Hanan versus Tekla together. And yeah, you started yelling. So
I yell a lot. Hey,
that's true, you do yell a lot, but that was when Tekla first started yelling at the crowd and nobody listened to her because she was speaking English. And she just kept doing it because she was like, eventually they'll get it. And they didn't. Yeah,
she's
no, it
much
was just
more equipped for AEW.
America. Yeah, for sure. So B Priestley, I think I can see where
B
you're getting
Priestley
that
is
out.
better than Tekla. I will go out on a
Hot take.
limb and say that B Priestley is better than Tekla.
Tekla's
agree.
never had the Be a Priestley Tommy match, so I agree.
That's true.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
I've seen
post injury Tekla is not
I've seen like 5 good B Priestley matches. I haven't seen a good Tekla match since her injury. So
yeah, that one
I
in
will
Suzu.
also
Susan was decent. Yeah, that's true.
I will also follow up if we're all picking B matches for fun. I think that's a fun gimmick. May Sarah
Where
and
will
Cork and
B
Hall.
not be bad?
May Sarah and
That's-
Cork and Hall. She'll also
a good
sell
shout.
and bump her butt off for her. So I
When
can't wait till
Lady
she hits
C-
the Queen's Landing.
That's gonna be sick.
What's she gonna call that?
She's gonna keep that name, presumably.
I don't think so. Queen's Quest is illegal.
I don't think they care.
She's the last queen.
Maybe.
Oh, that should be her nickname.
Oh, that actually
She's like, I never
sick. I respect the hell out of that.
last queen, even though
Well,
she did leave. Yeah, but
Though she did kind of make up with them when she left again. When she left the company.
that's true. She said, "I love you, Shopai," and yeah,
I'm admittedly fascinated with what B Priestley looks like in this tournament. Like she's kind of been gone, right, from wrestling. I don't even think she wrestled in WWE, quite frankly. So
She had those really bad series with Naomi, and that was it.
apparently
she had a
happened
series with Naomi
on
That's crazy.
SmackDown.
Yeah.
Wow, good for her getting on TV. All right, well, I wish B the best.
My
guess.
B match is Azusa.
B and Waka.
Because I'm what the fuck is that going to be like? You know what I mean?
When
That
Lady
is
C,
such a fun one.
Is the kid just going to break her nose? Like I don't know. Like that could happen. Like
When Lady
No,
C
that's-
brings out an absolute banger with Bea Priestley,
yeah.
then what?
Dude, that's in Yokobudo.
I think someone should have gave us an underdog Lady C match, and I'm kind of sad we didn't.
You know what? I'm gonna do it. Lady C Kamatani on the opening day. 4 stars. Calling it now.
all 4 minutes of it.
I
I'm
hope that
fucking
gets the
right.
main event. I think that'd be really funny.
That would be funny.
It's up there. There's like
I mean, it definitely doesn't have that much competition.
yeah.
No.
I mean, Sari Konami's a good shout, and Kid and Tomoka, but I think Kid and Tomoka probably gets it. But yeah, I mean, Sari Lady C's
Smoka
not
should get it.
that insane. Ain't that
Okay.
funny?
Cool.
So,
Shout out to B.
what are we thinking for final? I know it's hard to predict because of the play-in. I think we've kind of settled on maybe Hananami as the most likely. Either one winning.
Should
Well,
we should
Dylan
we
picked
go through
Natsupoi, so good luck.
should we
He's
go
going
through
with Boyano.
I was gonna say, do you want to go through who we think is gonna win the 3 winners of each block?
God no.
Holy God, that's a lot of people. But I will. I'll go first. Thank you. Thank you for asking, Dylan. I really appreciate it. It
course.
means a lot to me. I'm gonna pick Saya Kamatani, Hanan, and man, it'd be really nice if they picked May Sarah, but I'll go with B.
Be peacefully.
Why'd you say it like that? What was that? What was that about?
It's old school. It's not.
That'd be really. What if B and Saya are undefeated going into the final night, and that's how
You know
B
what's
gets the
crazy?
first
You know what's
seed?
crazy? I actually talked about that with Sandre recently. Was that it's like how
I could see that happen.
how possible is it that Saya just steamrolls up until B? Because it's like the only
Oh, it's an
person
old Jeff Cobb.
yeah, that's actually what I brought up. I was like, I mean, there's precedent to that. And
Mm.
he was like, that sucked ass. So I was like, yeah, you're right. But
At least Saya's
yeah,
the champ.
I mean, Saya, the only person that like that can like leave a blemish on her is Hanan. May Sarah too, but I think
May
that's
Sarah
wishful
could be an
thinking.
upset. God,
I
give some
mean,
love.
May Sarah
Show
has
some
a
love
winning record
for May
for May
Sarah.
Sarah. Her and Rico locked in. But no, like I think May Sarah has a winning record over Saya, so I think that like or at least they're 1-1 in singles. So I mean, I could see a May
Mhm.
Sarah upset, but otherwise it's really hard to see Kamatani losing many matches.
Mhm.
Especially because it feels like Hanan's gonna get her in the playoff round. Like that
Mhm.
feels like where she loses.
Can I pick red block now? B, red block B.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Sorry, I have it locked in. Kind of excited. I've been saying it the whole show. Why would I mess this up? Starly Kid, Natsupoi, and Rina. Sorry, Azumi. Sorry, Natsuko Tora.
Can I just
Sorry,
interrupt you
Cinderella
guys?
winner
To,
Sayaka Karara. Yes, you can. Of course you can.
so
Your
this
show.
thing just dropped. Saya Kamatani said that she didn't want to do the 5-star, but Taro begged her and doubled her salary, and I think that's so sick. So
What a
I want
beast.
Saya
Of course you do.
Kamatani to win.
That's so funny. She was like, I was gonna do the Natsuko, but I wasn't allowed.
What a
Yeah, he said they
beast.
doubled my salary.
So
He bowed and
her upset in the playoffs are going to be incredible.
for
You
sure.
know, 'cause
She's
she's
gonna
gonna
be
be
like,
like,
I
I
wouldn't.
fought all this for nothing.
Maybe.
Good
Maybe she just
job,
loses.
Phoenix Queen. Maybe she just wins the whole thing and gets her salary doubled. That'd be pretty sick for her. In kayfabe, I guess.
Yeah.
I hope like one wrestler believes that and be like, hey, what's this about? Like Starlight Kid's like, hey, I'm doing the tournament. It's not like
That
everyone.
sounds like a thing that everybody will respond to on Twitter. Like every wrestler will be like,
Oh,
"What the
big
fuck
time.
did you just say?"
That's true. I hope they do. In Blue Stars A,
Mm,
I'm gonna go with Bozilla, Ami Soiree, and Sayoriano. That one's pretty easy.
that's the correct one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish they like Saida like that, but they don't.
Yeah. I mean, if
Um,
Ano isn't facing Poi in the finals, I could see an Ida upset getting through low key.
That'd be so
Um,
beast. Give me Ida versus Sari somehow. I don't know how, but
mm, mm,
just give it to me.
oh,
I
that's a
could
yeah.
dream,
match.
right? And then can I just finish this as my phone rings,
Yeah,
please?
yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. Sari, Momo Watanabe, and we'll just go with Suzu. I think that I would like
Okay.
Heenan again, and that'd be sick, but I'm just gonna go
You know what?
chalk.
I think Hina gets in. I think that all 3 sisters get into the finals.
There's like no way she gets out of that block. Especially when
We
you
look
didn't
at it.
predict any upsets for the final day, so there's no way she could get
Yeah,
in.
because Hina's versus Hanukkah. Oh yeah, she's not winning that,
So
and that's one of the winnable
yeah.
matches. Yeah, she's not getting through. My bad. Um, it would be cool if all 3 sisters got through, and I think that like it would make sense if Hina got a better draw.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean, Hina clearly has to set up a future match against Hanukkah, and otherwise it's going to be hard to get wins outside of she can get one against Kogo, Yagami, Konami. And then other than that, it's like I don't think she's beaten Momo. She's obviously not beating Suri. And then Hanako is, like I said, going to build that match. So it's hard to see her getting through. No, you're right, but would be cool though. And like you said, Rana over Suzu final night sounds like an upset. I think that is the upset that I would predict. It's Rana over and Kurara over on each of their blocks. So I do think that there's potential for a Konami getting through, unfortunately, for people who don't like that noise. But yeah, I think it's interesting. I'm pretty much the same as Scott. I'm Alex. I don't care. I'm hijacking. I'm gonna say mine now. I'm pretty much the same as Scott. I would say Sai Kamatani, Hanan, and B. And then I would say Starlight Kid. I'm not sure if Natsupoi goes through if she's not winning. Like that's kind of where I'm at. Like I question if she's gonna go all the way. And if she doesn't, then I'm not fully sure if she's even going through. But I would say Kid, Natsupoi, um and Rina. I guess I would prefer Azumi, but it's not sounding good for her, especially with Sakurara. And then I'll go Ami, Bozilla, and Sayori, and then I'll go, yeah, pretty much the same as Scott. He makes sense.
Does.
Thank you.
Okay.
Now the
I think
finals.
I've asked. Oh yeah, the finals. Yeah. So I mean, I think Scott and I were kind of set on Ami Hanan, different winners. And you were kind of more Ano versus Poi.
Yeah, I think Ami Hanan is just as likely. I think all it takes is the math to work out for Bozilla to be able to go over Sari and then lose to Ami. I think that's what's likely to happen there. I think it's easier to get to Natsupoi versus Ano because they could pretty much beat anybody in the company, and I don't think it would be an upset. If I'm being honest, I guess Natsupoi over Saya would be an upset, but that's a different like that's a different type of upset. So I think it's easier to get to Natsupoi versus Ano, but um, very specific things can happen to get to Ami and Hana. Those are the two that I'm looking at. Now, what I would like as a final is Momo versus Sai Kamatani, and Momo goes over. Haha, let's go.
That'd be
Let's go.
sick. They
We
should
got to
do
get
that.
one win. Because, I mean,
We
obviously
gotta get
Momo's.
one win.
No, if I obviously Momo's not winning the tournament, but if she did, she's still not winning the belt. So
right.
at least give me the win over Saya in the final. And I think Saya going to the final, even though I'm not the Saya guy, I think Saya going to the final would be cool. I think teasing Saya just winning it all would be cool.
You don't
I
have to
don't know
be
if there's
the Saya guy to think that would be cool. Just want you to know that.
yeah. Well, I'm not saying this because I want to see more Saya matches in this tournament. I'm saying it because I think it would be
All right.
a
See,
cool
you made it
precedent.
mean. I was just giving
Yeah.
you like an out, and you were like, "What if I made it mean?"
No,
All
I
right,
am.
man.
Yeah. No, that's yeah.
He
You're
likes to be
not mean
randomly
though. That's
mean.
literally your whole thing.
Nah, he can be pretty randomly.
All right.
And then when he watches like the most mediocre wrestlers ever, he's like, actually, this is fine and okay. And I'm like, how are
Good.
these two
Name the
sides?
person. Good. Name the person, Alex. I know you
No,
have
I'm not
someone on your mind.
He's
I'm not
in
gonna
the
do
tournament.
Tough.
that.
You know what we haven't talked about, which is
It
it's
wasn't.
because it's not going to happen. It's not going to probably happen. But like, I don't think I should totally rule out Starlight Kid winning this tournament.
I
I
wouldn't
have.
Do you
say so.
I have.
imagine double
That would be
champion
wild.
Saya Kamatani? I could.
If she does that with Sari's belt, well,
What if it's all three?
then she's not double champion.
Well, it has to do one first and then the other.
Yeah,
Okay,
you can't
that's
be double
fair.
champion. You can't be triple champion without being double champion first.
The
Somebody has to
modern
be
day
double
triple
champion.
crown.
Oh,
Oh my
there you
god,
go.
the
There you
Joshi
go.
triple crown.
They
That would
look a
be
lot better than the current belts that are like broken apart in All Japan. Anyways, I wanted to throw a curveball final out there, but you know what?
Mhm.
There's no point now.
No,
Sorry.
you should.
Nah, you hurt me. I was gonna say
That's what
Starlight
we're
Kid
here
and
for.
Momo, but it's fine.
Ooh, that would be
That'd be
sick.
beautiful.
I don't know if Momo gets to the final.
No, Momo's the least of getting to the final out of
I
those
mean, to
two.
be fair, Momo could get to the final just on like I said, similar to Ano. No, not in that I think she will. I'm not
You know,
coping
people
anymore.
forget.
I'm done coping. I'm done coping. But I think Momo, like I said about Tom and Jerry over there, I think Momo could beat almost anyone and it wouldn't be an upset. So like if they just want to send her to the final, I don't think it would take much work at all. Like they just be like, yeah, I mean, like we could just,
You,
she could
you
just
know something I was
go.
thinking about to
Hmm.
get you guys a laugh? If like someone's like out of the stardom realm for a lot of the year, right? And they come in for the 5-star and they just instantly put in their name hashtag Hazuki 5-star, and then they look at the tournament and they're like, oh my god,
That's
where is she?
evil. That's evil. That
But
I would be devastated if I
it's
didn't
like a
know.
thing that's possible though, you know, like
Yeah,
that could
100%.
happen to someone, and it's
I
really
might
sad to think
change
about.
my cover name to Hazuki 5-star.
The Hazuki 5.
Just for the
I'm emotionally upset about it, and I
to
feel like
stand
if I
with
didn't
her.
bring her name up, once this show, I would have not been happy with myself. But she's gonna wrestle with Aja Kong, so that's real.
Sick.
Alex, go ahead.
Well, I've run through all the questions that I
I
usually
thought you had
do.
one more.
Yeah, you said you have one more.
You were
No,
about to say I have a final one, and then Dylan said, "What
And then I
about the
said,
final?"
wait,
And
but
you
we
said,
had to
"Oh
do the
right."
one that we did before. Yeah.
no, I meant like as in that last one was the final one.
Oh, tough.
Yeah, because genuinely, I don't know what to ask anymore. We could maybe say which is going to be the best block, but I think we're all going to pick between the same two. It's either red B or blue A. I think for all three of us, right?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
have Blue A. I think it's the most interesting,
Fair.
especially
Yeah,
with
sure.
Yuria in it. I think
Yeah,
it
sure.
has it's good.
Yuria Hime being deciding.
Well,
Did
no,
you-
because
was
it's
you?
like the other blocks have like someone I'm not interested in as a rookie. Like one of the rookies I'm not interested in.
I think Rian is better
Or
than
Waka.
Yuria.
Or Waka, that's not true. Um
It's true. I think Rian's better than Yuria Hime. She is.
This
I
is
don't
an
think she's more
absurd debate
interesting
to be
though.
having. Just want you guys to know that.
Well, it's content. Right?
I
don't
know.
know.
It's just like what a debate. Which one's
Yeah.
better, the rookie of a year or the rookie of 4 months?
Well, yeah, we have to factor in Dylan is not thinking straight with this one. So, you know.
Oh my god, I
Yeah.
am. I'm so tired of
No.
this criticism.
You had a sick drop kick today.
She literally ragdolled
did.
Akira like a fucking like she was a
Whoa,
sack of
easy.
potatoes, bro. Like she was
What's with
just
you and potatoes, dude?
killing her.
What's this? This is
I
like
like
racially
potatoes.
motivated attack.
No, I like potatoes. I'm also
What's wrong-
Irish. I also fuck with
what's wrong with
potatoes. Calm down.
That's a stereotype.
It's crazy.
Okay, I'm more Irish than you because I like potatoes. Calm down. It's
That is
okay.
insane. That is nasty. Okay. All right. I think we're finished here. s- Thanks for coming on, Scott. I'm sorry I didn't
Anytime.
have any more questions, but you did good. Tell the people where they can find you.
Yeah, you can follow me at Scott E Wrestling on Twitter. That's the place to find me. You can check out my YouTube channel, youtube.com/at Scott E Wrestling. I know, really creative. I just kept the same name to make everything easy. Each
Big Paul
day
Heyman
of
guy.
the 5. No, that's not true. Don't put that out there.
Scott E. Dangerously.
I understood the point. Like, can you just? I'm trying to do plugs, man. Just let me be. Anyways, you said "be" a lot earlier. Remember that? No. I don't know what I was doing. Where was I?
YouTube.
Did I get to the YouTube? All right, youtube.com/@Scotty Wrestling. Every day of the 5-star, I will be doing a daily review. Why? Because I'm a little psychotic. I'll be doing the same thing for the Marigold Dreamstar Grand Prix if that moves you in any way, shape, or form. I know these two will be previewing that very soon. I'll have my own 5-star preview up, different from this one. That's why I like being on this one because we do it differently. I'll be breaking down each competitor and so on. So if you want a little bit more in depth on each wrestler, head over to the YouTube channel for that. I also dropped a match review for Saya Kamatani versus Natsupoi on there if you want to check that out. And I also dropped a beginner's guide to Marigold if you want to check that out. Both of those were recent, really fun. Had fun doing those. And yeah, Natsupoi made me believe that maybe this company should have an ace again. So that was pretty cool. It's also some 6-star propaganda since 6-star didn't get to be on the show.
Yeah, I was gonna
So
say I feel
that's
like
how we
you've been
go.
talking to Six a lot lately.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, 6 is great, and we love 6. So
Love
I
Six.
think it's only right that we shout out 6 here. Six will be on my 5-star preview actually. So if you want to hear Six's thoughts on that, I'll also be joining Six for Six's led preview of both tournaments on Thursday at like I'm pulling an Alex and doing it at like 10 p.m.
Crazy.
Eastern my time. So like I'll know what the late recording feels like. But yeah, I'm very excited. I also have a Dreamstar preview since I'm not allowed on this one. So yeah, that's that. Thanks for
I think
having
we
me.
decided you could
Davey
get
called
on,
dibs,
and
but
it
you
was
could,
just too many voices by that point.
No, that's fine. That's fine. It would go too long too. It's fine. I'm covering it myself, so it's not like it
Yeah.
was like
It would be worse for you, you know.
Yeah,
yeah.
We were
And
actually
I think Xavier deserved the main spot there.
Yeah, for
we were
sure.
actually going to because Scott, the busy bee he is, we didn't want to burden
Not
him
that
with this.
busy.
Yeah, we didn't want to burden him with this 5-star, so we were going to ask 6-star, but then 6-star was busy. Apparently busy doing Scott's show.
No. So me and 6-star are recording at like a god awful time for Alex.
That
So
tracks. Yeah, that
not really.
tracks.
Like I think 6-star is working while we're recording this, so it's
Yeah,
not like
yeah.
6-star is blowing off Stardom Quest. I think 6-star would do anything to get on the show.
That wasn't a dig. Absolutely adore
Besides,
6-star.
yeah, no
Top top
digs
5
at
favorite
6-star.
people. Hopefully we get them
Wow,
on.
wow.
Yeah,
Dylan's list
figure
is
out
like
figure out where you guys list.
Dylan's list of favorite people is 6-star, Yuri Hime, Callum Newman, Drill and
Okay, no,
Maloney,
okay, what,
and
easy.
Gabe Kidd.
You know what? Okay, this is inside baseball.
6-star's first.
Scott, you called Drilla
I know I
Drilla
did.
Deloney on your podcast,
know.
unironically, and I
know.
was so pissed.
I forgot that wasn't his name.
I was like, "There's no way this is an actual thing that I have to deal
I
with."
did say it in full form, no hesitation.
I just want people to
yeah.
know this is what they're like all the time.
Yeah.
No,
I am a
I'm
saint.
mostly sad and depressed actually.
That just
Yeah, so imagine this,
manifests
but
in
also
this
Scott
kind of
is sad and
behavior.
depressed sometimes.
Yeah.
That's why Alex doesn't come around much. But yeah, we can close.
I'm a saint. All right. You know where to find Dylan and I. We will be back with a normal episode of Stardom Quest tomorrow, or maybe today, depending on how lazy I get editing this. We will have the Dreamstar preview with Xavier. That's probably going out over the weekend, so it's going to be very awkward timing. Woohoo!
Nice.
But yeah, until next time when we make Scott come on again, this has been it. So if
See
you
you in
want
a
to
year.
stand, yeah. So if you want to stand, you may stand. If you want to sit, you may sit. Believe today, shine tomorrow. You decide what you believe in.
Isha?
Dylan, you fucked up your line.
No, but it's not
You
it's not
fucked
gold
up
though. It's not
your
gold though.
line.
It's not
Get
gold
out of
though.
here. You're fired.
Passion!
Passion!